The death cure. This video compresses information gathered from Wikipedia in video format. Studies prove that reading while listening improves comprehension, increases speed as well as expands vocabulary and enhances fluency. Video sections. Abstract. Plot. Reception. Film adaptation. External links. Give your feedback on the comments section. Support the channel by subscribing and liking the video. Thanks. Abstract. The Death Cure is a 2011 young adult dystopian science fiction novel written by American writer James Dashner and the third book published in the Maze Runner series. It was published on 11 October 2011 by Delacorte Press and was preceded in publication order by the Maze Runner and the Scorch Trials and followed by the series prequels, The Kill Order and The Fever Code. In narrative order, it is the last book in the series. Plot. After being held in solitary confinement, Thomas is eventually released by Jansen, the assistant director of Wicked. Jansen tells the Gladers, Group A and Group B, that most of their number are immune to the flare while some are not, reading out names of people who are not immune to the flare. Thomas is devastated to hear his friend Newt is not immune. The Gladers are offered the chance to remove the mind control chips in their heads, thus restoring their memories, but at the cost of Thomas's ability to communicate telepathically with Teresa and Aris. Only Thomas, Minho, and Newt choose not to undergo the surgery, as they do not trust Wicked, and Thomas does not want to know who he was when he helped create their maze. All three of them escape from Wicked with the help of Brenda and Jorge before their chips are removed. Brenda and Jorge are revealed to be working for Wicked. Thomas initially feels betrayed, but Brenda convinces him to forgive her. Soon after, the Gladers discover everyone who had undergone the memory restoration abandoned them. Monsieur Newt gives Thomas a note and tells him to open it when the time is right. The five then travel to Denver to find Hans, a former Wicked researcher, who can remove their mind-controlled chips. There, a man in a black suit directs them to an address where Gally is waiting for them. Monsieur Gally has joined a rebel group called the Right Arm, and explains that Wicked is capturing every immune they can find to prepare another cycle of the trials. He also reveals the decaying cities are home to many who suffer from the flare, but take an illicit drug called Bliss which slows down brain functioning and helps relieve the pain cranks feel from the flare. The group finds Hans, who removes Minho's control chip. However, Wicked uses Thomas's chip to force him to resist the procedure. Brenda, Jorge, and Minho have to hold him down in order for Hans to perform the surgery. Afterwards, while the group visits a cave, a security guard apprehends Thomas in order to sell him to bounty hunters that will take him to Wicked. Jansen intervenes in holographic form, sending a police vehicle to rescue Thomas and tells him that he must return to Wicked to save Newt. Thomas and his friends find a note saying Newt has been taken to the Cranks. Minho convinces them to go to the Denver Crank Palace to rescue Newt, where they bribe the guards to get in. When they meet Newt, he angrily orders them to leave and the other Cranks chase them out. Thomas then remembers Newt's note and reads it. Discovering he had begged Thomas to kill him, Monsieur Thomas despairs over not having read a note earlier. After returning to Denver, Thomas sees that Newt has succumbed to the flare. Thomas answers Newt's pleas by shooting him in the head as an act of mercy. The group then discovers Teresa and the other immunes have been captured. After knocking out the guards, they discover that the guards were led by Vince, the leader of the Right Arm, who explains they are infiltrating Wicked's headquarters. Inside, Thomas discovers how Jansen tried to use his attempts to save Newt to compile data for the cure by examining the physical structure of Thomas's brain, which will kill him. Monsieur Thomas is forced to begin the deadly brain surgery, but is able to plant a device that disables Wicked's weapons, allowing the Right Arm to begin storming the facility. Thomas wakes up to find a note from Chancellor Ava Page, head of Wicked, explaining there are already enough resources from the trials to make a blueprint for the cure, and that his brain is not needed after all. Page reveals the location of the immunes whom the right arm sold to gain access to Wicked, and gives directions to a safe place where Thomas should take them all. Thomas and his friends re-enter the maze and find the captured immunes. However, they learn the right arm intends to destroy, rather than occupy, Wicked headquarters. Explosions rock the maze and falling debris kills some of the immunes inside. Triggered by the commotion, the grievers come out of storage, but Teresa shows Thomas how to shut them down. However, she dies from falling debris in an effort to save Thomas's life. Fleeing the building, the immunes escape through a flat transportal that leads to a lush paradise. The book's epilogue is written in the voice of Paige. She reveals that after the catastrophic solar flares, the flare was deliberately created and released by the government as a form of population control. However, the government and Wicked found themselves unable to control the plague. Paige came to realize that they would never be able to find a cure for the flare and that Wicked's efforts were futile. She realized the only hope of preventing humanity's extinction was for immunes to start their own society away from the rest of the world. Chancellor Paige devised a plan with Brenda and Jorge to send them to a safe refuge, where they could restore human civilization. That is why, as she states, Wicked is good. Reception. Critical reception for The Death Cure was mixed. Common Sense Media gave the book 3 out of 5 stars, commenting that the book's oppressiveness kept it from being more memorable than they wanted it to be. The Deseret News also commented on the book's bleak nature, but praised it as being both conclusive and satisfying. The Horn Book Guide and Kirkus Reviews both gave positive reviews, with the Horn Book Guide opining that the book's conclusion was thought-provoking. Film adaptation. Wes Ball, who directed the previous films in the series, confirmed that, if he returned to direct, the final novel would not be split into 2 films in March 2015. T.S. Nolan was confirmed to write the script. On 9 July 2015, Defy Media revealed that filming was set to begin in February 2016. On 16 September 2015, Variety confirmed that Ball would return to direct a 3rd film this year. Their film began principal photography on 14 March 2016 in Cache Creek, British Columbia. On 19 March 2016, Maze Runner star Dylan O'Brien was critically injured on set when he was struck by a car during the stunt sequence. On 20 March 2016, director Wes Ball announced production was shut down to allow O'Brien time to recuperate from his injuries. On 22 April 2017, the studio again delayed the release in order to allow more time for post-production. Maze Runner: The Death Cure was released on January 26, 2018.